What an incredible way to waste your money. Wasting seed is worse sin in the entire Torah. Yes, the Shulchan Aruch says it. Not an issue there. But here's where I find the issue with this. If you or anyone you know has ever wasted seed or led someone to buy immodesty or promiscuity, make sure to watch this film and read below. Now, what is they're selling? What is these people selling? Well, obviously, they're selling something because obviously they want to make money off of you because we have all sinned. Every single one of us have committed one day or another one of these sins. So here's the catch. If a person has the strength and willpower to fast from the very before sunrise until nightfall, the number of times required that they can and should fast, since it's part of a weaker era of Mashiach generation that has been made some big sins countless of times, the sages have taught that there is a backdoor rescue to replace each of the fasts with money donated. Interesting he brings this up. The back door. Well, God doesn't have necessarily a back door for the issues of sin. He already told us very clearly that if you sin, you pay the price, which is death. And death we utilize as a form of atonement. So all of this is not even needed. But nevertheless, here's where he's going to make his money. Now notice how he calculates the fast with monetary donations. Now some sages have stated that it is best to fast at least one time for 25 hours and replace the rest of the required fast with donations. Tzedakah, Maaser, Chumash. So if it costs a person to eat basically his homemade food for $5 for an average day, a person should multiply this $5 by the number of fasts they need to fast for that sin. Here's an example. How nice. He gives us these wonderful examples. So one eating without a bracha, a blessing, he's got to fast 3 times. So let's do the math real quick. 3 times 5 is, that's right, $15. If a person basically had intimacy with an unmarried Jewish woman, he should have 40 fasts. So 40 times 5, you get the gist. Money, money, money. Now, if a person had had intimacy with a woman that was a nida, Jewish woman, non-Jewish woman, as a nida, he's got to fast 82 times. 82 times plus 5, you can see how it's getting calculated really up there. Now, despite he putting this all up here to try to show you need to pay him money, you need to donate, the fact is in some of these averas, it has a consequential effect of karet, which means removed from this world. Death. My friends, all of this is Baba Meiser, no matter who said it. Intimacy with Nida, 82 fast. 82 times 5, you get the gist. Wasting seed, 84 fast. 84 times $5 each, ching ching for this guy who's trying to make this a business. Homosexuality, oh boy, homosexuality. The world and the Jewish world is full of LGBT. Well, you just got to fast 233 times to have that sin forgiven. Tikkun. Now, we have something on a lower level. Notice that homosexuality is really on top there. Intimacy with a Goya. By the way, those who don't understand means intimacy with a Gentile. You have to fast 260 times. So here we go. If you have intimacy with a Goya 10 times, that means you have to fast 10 times 216 fasts, which equals, multiply that with a factor of 5. It's getting costly. Idolatry or kafira, atheism, 301 fasts times $5. You're getting the point, I hope. Intimacy with a married Jewish woman, that's called adultery. By Torah standards, it's called death penalty if it's witnessed. Of course, but we're going to leave the Torah aside because it's more important the money in this whole logist of calculating for tikkun's sake and put money in the pocket of these wackos. Example, he gives us a wonderful example. If anyone is doing tikkun for 10 times they ate without a blessing, then it would be $5 a meal, 3 fasts, times 10 sins. That's $150 in donation, tzedakah. Because the sin is the most addictive of all sins. And according to Rambam Yisrei Bia 22:18, the number of times a person has made this tragic mistake of wasting seed can be quite numerous. In other words, this guy is seeing this as a money maker. Do more sins and you will be able to donate more money so your sins are repaired. That's the mindset. By the way, this same mindset was in existence even during the time of the temple, where people were just sacrificing animals to get their sins forgiven, not remembering that didn't do diddly squat. God was tired of that system and he done away with it. God's tired of this system because it doesn't change the behavior. So now, amazingly good news. Oh, Beserot Tov. Yes, he tells us we have good news here. By using your tikkun money, to help us publicize and market the Tikkun HaBrit movie, in order to get more people to do shuvah, your tikkun money has a multiple effect like any other. Oh yes. Oh yes. Tell me this doesn't sound like a used car salesman. This is a used tikkun salesperson trying to reap because he needs $1 million plus in order to pay the IRS that he still owes. It's incredible how people will buy this by leap and bounds. And most of these texts that he uses, I looked it up already. They're all manipulated and it's not properly interpreted. And thus, these guys with Tikkun HaBrit should stay away from anyone that has common sense or rationale. And I hope you do, because if not, you're going to be taken in by the worst sin in the entire Torah, the sin of spilling seed. Oh, and these seeds, according to Kabbalah, they create little demons, little devils. My gosh, no wonder this guy's tormented day and night. He sees demons. He sees dibukim. He needs to be exorcised. Come out! Come out! Come out! Now! All these sins are coming out of your own Reuben now! I have to laugh because in today's age we have this stupidity even among our own Perushim is mind-boggling.